Greetings and salutations, relaxed gamer nation, and welcome back to Space Engineers, Proto-Tech Raiders. This is episode number 36. Yeah, episode number 36. And once again, I'd like to thank M Canadian as being one of my YouTube members. Please keep in mind that this episode 34, 35, and 36 are being recorded back to back. So if your name's not up there and you've subscribed, well, that's why. And if you've commented so far and you mentioned stuff about the programming, that's why. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to program the drone. It shouldn't take long to do, honestly. And depending on what the comments state in the previous two videos about watching the programming of the drone, I will either cut that content from the video or include that content in the video. So you will see which one everybody went for. If nobody says anything, then I'm going to cut it. Plain and simple. So let's see here. So we got our drone here. It's long. It's got a singular way to connect to a grid. It's got a lot of forward power and not so much backward power because it's only got 5 thrusters, which is half of what the big thruster can put out. Well, less than half. It's got 3 thrusters on each side, but that's really beside the point. So how are we going to program this drone to actually do stuff? Well, if you wanted to see the programming, then this will be where I put the programming in. If not, you can skip to whatever I put the timestamp in, or it won't be there. Anyway, I'm going to give you a moment. Actually, I was giving me a moment because that silence tells me that I was silent for a moment. Anyway, here we go. With programming the drone, it's very simple. Honestly, for this type of disposable drone, all we're looking at is the event control. Well, we're looking at more than the event controller. But in the event controller, we're going to go down to connector lock/unlocked. Okay. We are going to select the small inset connector, which will probably renamed at a different time, and we're going to add it to the select blocks. Okay, so far so good, right? So once it disconnects from the grid or is disconnected, it will come in and here's my timer, and it will, when disconnected, so it will activate this timer when disconnected. So it will start this timer because we want to give it a little bit of delay. I think. Hold on. No. What we're going to do first is we're going to... No, that won't work. No, that's fine. Yeah. We're going to do that. We're going to start the timer. We'll do something else with these other slots in a moment because I will want it to turn everything off and do all that stuff later. So now that we've set up that timer, let's go into the timer. Automation timer block. We'll flip it to silent. We'll give it 3 seconds, which should be enough. We will set up actions. First things first is we are going to turn off our connector. So turn the connector off. That way it doesn't accidentally remagnetize to the connector that's likely hovering above. Then we're going to turn on the flight move. We're just going to turn on. Then we're going to turn on the basic task. Turn on. And we're going to turn on the No, we're going to turn AI behavior on these. Sorry, my bad. This one, AI behavior on. Basic task. No, not toggle block. Dum-dum. AI behavior on. Okay. So, what this does is it sets it into a remote control, basically setting it up to go and do what it's supposed to do. That's all we needed to do for that. Now, additionally, we're going to go to second hotbar. This is just an additional thing. It's not really super important, but it could be important. We're going to go to our warfare battery. No. That's going to... Okay, we're going to leave that. Sorry, I'm thinking here. We missed a few things. We missed some things. So let's go in here. Let's go to our thrusters. What is this? This is a AC drone. Drone. Thrusters. Thrusters. There we go. Not trusters. Thrusters. There we go. Like that. I just want to get them in a group. Then let's go back to the timer. Now that it's in a group, we're on hotbar 2. We're going into the group. We go to AC drone thrusters, and we're going to turn them off. Turn them on. Because we're going to turn them off when we connect to the carrier ship. With that done, we'll do something else here. We'll go to our battery. Although it should theoretically be on, we're just going to double check to make sure it's on. It probably won't matter, because if it's not on, it's not going to launch any of the timer stuff. And that's about it for that. Yeah, that's it for that. Now, theoretically, the autocannon should have ammo in it. But I might set up a custom action. That's a completely separate thing. But right now, this drone is pretty much ready to go. All I'm going to do, in addition here, is we're going to go into here. We're going to go back into the event controller. It's going to still have the connector lock unlock thing. We're going to go to setup actions. And what we're going to do is when we... Oh, I should have put another timer block in here. It's fine. We'll deal without it. Once we connect to the ship, we're going to turn the AC drone thrusters off. Sorry, I'm having a brain fart here. We don't need to do that because... That might be a problem. It's going to automatically activate all those things when it disconnects from a connector. And the main problem I see that is when we have it. Do we need to though? Yeah, it needs ammo. Okay. When we have it being built in a projector or in a building auto blueprint builder, a auto welder, frick, I can't think of it. An automated system. I can't think of it. You guys know what I'm talking about, though. I guess what we could do is we could temporarily turn that off. So we need to actually set it up on our remote control hotbar, right? Control. Oops. so we want to basically toggle on off the event controller. And over here, we're going to charge on off for the battery. We want to do a view. I always like to put the cameras on 4. I don't understand why. I just do. And weapon blocks if we take manual control of it. And we have the connector on 9 where we'll have switch lock. I'll put a beacon down. Toggle. Oh, what's going on here? Shit. Mercs. Mercs are probably worse than Reavers. Honestly. Oh, yeah, it took out one of my... Took out one of my solar panels. That's not surprising. Where are you? Where are you? Oh! That happened. Where's the fight going on at? Where is it? Oh, Jesus, there it is. Yeah, these things are probably more dangerous than... Is it disarmed? That means it's probably going to come back, try and ram us. Oh, something big exploded. I think it's dead in the water. Well, we missed a bunch of that. Wish they would have notified us. We lost a solar panel. This is not a surprise. Solar panels are like ammunition magnets. Why am I not surprised? What does it need? It needs steel plates. Do I have steel plates? Probably not, because I broke myself. It's red. Okay, so those did some... Everything did pretty good in that encounter. And I'm surprised I only lost one solar panel. Surprised. Anyway, the drone is basically already what's a who's it? It's a who's it? Don't you just love my phrases? What's a who's it? Thingamajigs, you know, stuff like that. So it's done. Basically, as soon as we disconnect from a grid, it will launch all that stuff. So what we want to do is, before we disconnect from a grid, remote. Control. Okay, that's fine. Antenna on off. That's all we're doing here. There's nothing else I need to worry about. The projector wouldn't be a bad idea. Put that on 2. On off. Ooh, hello. ETR drone control. We're going to turn that off. And 9. It charges up. But it's not bad. It's fairly sleek. So yeah. Okay, so we are back. If you didn't like seeing the remote control stuff, this is where the video starts. What you might have missed is, if I cut it out or not, I might not have, was we got attacked by a merc. I eliminated myself by faceplanting into something. I think it was the little grid out there that I have set up for figuring out airlocks. But thank you again for M Canadian for being one of my very first YouTube Pioneer Menu members since this series. So, I think. Because I've had Pioneer members before, but they didn't renew, which is perfectly fine. Do what you do. You can't afford it, you can't afford it. It's helpful to me no matter what, especially because Google sees, oh, this guy's making some money. We should probably promote his stuff a little more. You know? So, yeah. So instead of having my Google stipend, if you want to call it that, every 3 months, it might be only every 2 months. What is the point of this? I'm assuming this got blasted at one point. Probably did. Probably happened. Blast him. Or I accidentally deconstructed it. So that's kind of pointless for an airlock or supposed airlock. Yeah. Okay. Oh, but yeah, this is where the video's, well, pretty much where the video's starting now. What do we got? We got the drone built. So that's done. Now what we need to do now is build the drone carrier ship. Now, that might be another thing entirely. I'm not even sure where I can start it. I guess I could probably just build it right off of this. Yeah, I could probably just build it right off of that and just whatever it, right? Now, the carrier ship isn't supposed to get into battle. So, but if ships come towards it, I want it to have a bunch of side cannons. In between the cannons will be where the top surface launch pad is for the drones. So keep that in mind when I'm building this. I will probably change it. Knowing me anyway. But it's not supposed to get into combat. It needs to be fairly sleek, fairly quick to move. Well, maybe not super quick, but quick enough to move, to maneuver. So I think I'm going to primarily build it out of light armor, and maybe I'll do some cladding on the sides in heavy armor. Maybe. Or at least around the gun emplacements. Again, it's not supposed to be a frontline fight ship, but it could take on some some drones at the very least. So we're looking at Gatlings and assault cannons. Yeah, we're not going to put any artillery cannons on, so Gatlings and assault cannons. That should be fine. It doesn't need a spinal weapon because it's not going into battle, so we don't need to put a railgun in. Same with artillery. It's not going to have a spinal weapon. It's going to be a carrier with defensive weaponry on its sides. And the bottom, of course. So, and it's also got to have a printer in it somewhere to build the drones. Okay. So we have an idea. Let's see how close we get to that idea. We are going to go with a different color palette. Yeah, we'll go with that. Save as greens. Greens. Okay. Okay. We'll do clean armor on this one. So I need to bring this, need the size of the drone. Large block. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, let's say 5 large blocks. It's connectors on large block 2. So we'll start here. And it's only like 1 block wide. Let's say 2 blocks wide. Yeah, we'll say 2 blocks. Let's say 3 blocks wide. That gives us room to maneuver. So what do we got here? We got 1, go 1. This will be like a center. Here. Then we need a small ship connector. Aim it in. Then it's 3 blocks back. Three blocks back. And we'll do something like this to denote its boundaries. Now I could use this as a connection point as well. No, we'll go with what we got. We'll go with what we got. Oh, I lost my tools. One of those. One of those, although I don't need it. And one of those. So the drone will fit on there. And we'll do the same here. Should I? Oh, shoot. Slayer and a Berserker. Where are you? Okay. We have a Slayer and a Berserker coming in. All weapons are armed and ready to fire. Is this blueprinted? Don't know. Thought I might have blueprinted it, but maybe I didn't. Well, that's gonna suck if that happens. Three, two, 100. I don't care. I just want it out of there because I killed myself on it. No, I killed myself on the solar panel. Here we go. Where are you? You're over there. Coming at me from below. How rude. I'm hearing bullets go by. Okay, I think we're decently defended here. I'm taking a little bit of damage, but it's not really that bad. Racers. Interesting. Okay. So we can hold our own against Reavers at a standalone base. I guess.
Energy low.
Now I want to think back to this. Let me... Do I have an outdoor healing station? Yes. Not really outdoor, though. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna change this. Where am I? Yeah, I'm gonna change it. We're gonna face them backwards. I'm going to use this zone as well. Because otherwise it's gonna get too long. So we got 6. That's fine. I think that's fine. Next are going to be underneath. That's 6 drones. Because a good portion of this ship is going to be the printer and a cargo container. How will I do the printer though? I think just an outside printer will be fine. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to put a projector down first. I gotta start doing that because... Oh, that's actually perfect. I don't have to change it at all. Awesome. Let's put the projector here. So this should easily line up. Well, let me get back to let me think on this, and I'll get back to it. I got some videos I gotta edit, and some stuff to do, and I'll see you in the next clip. Greetings and welcome back. It has been 5 days since I last recorded this, and that was only half an episode. So we're back to the second half of episode. What are we looking at? 37, I think. Yeah. So I haven't quite edited this episode yet, as of today, anyway. I'm kind of waiting on comments from 35 and 36. So let me know. This is the second part of this episode. I completely forgot where I was. And I have created this thing. It is a thing. I can't say much better about it. It's a thing. We have our drone here that we built in the last couple episodes. And the first part of this episode, I think we did the drone programming stuff. I don't remember. Sorry, guys. Anyway, I have built this thing. And I think I'm going to build more of this thing. What is this thing? This thing is a carrier platform for these drones. That's all there is to it. But I started thinking here. If we need to get within 2.5 kilometers of an enemy before we launch the drones, this thing's got to have some teeth. It's also got to have a front end of some sort, which I think we're going to have to work on here. And I got an idea from a recent Kanajashi video. It's not a new idea. It's not an idea that I'm stealing. It's just an idea that I remembered. You can call it stealing if you want. I don't care. It is what it is. But he built a destroyer that has a full cockpit on it. And what he did was he put the welders at the front of the cockpit and around the turrets to constantly weld them. Now, like I said, this isn't a new idea. It's been around for ever since welders have been around. So I'm thinking I could do something like that. I don't want this thing to get into combat, but it's inevitably going to get into combat, unfortunate as it is. And it's still going to be a carrier platform, but it's going to need a little bit more teeth, I think. It's fine and dandy if I go like 5 kilometers out from an enemy base or some crap like that and launch drones. But the drones won't lock onto anything until they're about 2.5 kilometers. So I could set the drones to the drone's basic AI block to range out about 1.5 kilometers, maybe 2.5 kilometers. I'm not sure how high it goes. For the drone here, for the AI, the basic AI block, I think it goes out pretty far, but I'm not sure. Let me quickly check this. Control I. No. I still forget what that command is. Terminal, remote. Control. Okay. AI. Basic. Where are you? There it is. How far can this go out? 500 meters. So that's not a lot. And it's going to be set to follow home, and this base is going to be, or this carrier platform is going to be its home, and it's going to have a beacon on it. So it would be easy to set the follow home up and select a beacon. But I need this up before I can do that. Let's see, maximum range from, oops. Okay, so they can go a maximum range of 2,000 meters. Okay, that gives me a decent safety margin here because I can launch them. They can range out 2,000 meters from the platform, find targets, and go after them. And we can set wander when idle on. Okay. And minimum range, we'll say we'll range it out 250 meters. So within 250 meters and 2,000 meters, it will wander and idle. Okay. So I can set that to 2,000 meters. So 2 kilometers. Did I say 2,000 kilometers? I meant 2,000 meters. But alas. So launch. They fly up. The thing is, they need a decent amount of wiggle room here, because if I let this drone launch, it might decide to smash into the side of this. Maybe doing these weird claw enclosures was a bad idea. It might be fine. But the point of these drones is, as with all the rest of my drones, they are disposable. I have a remote control on. I have an antenna. I can bring them back whenever. I don't have to place a seat on the drone or whatever. To try and get it back, I just have to have an antenna connection. So we need to figure out what to do here. Okay, so let's get to the semi-easy part. I guess you could call it that. And that is the drone printer. It will be like back here somewhere. And I think I might use pistons to lift it out of the area. Yeah, there's some thoughts there. So the drone printer is going to be a fragile item. If it gets hit, things don't go good. So the idea is to build a drone printer beneath here, and then contain it within like a blast door, protection barrier or whatever. How many drones? Maybe like 3 drones at a time. The only problem is the logistics of pushing the drone from the building bay. Why is it still blinking? Oh, I know why. Because I have these hangar doors on a timer block. Okay, those should clean up here a bit.
Energy low.
Whee! Ah, perfect. So maybe this claw idea isn't a great idea. This side shelter. Maybe I can still do the side shelter thing, but instead of putting like all these blocks down here, I can just put like a line of blast door blocks or whatever. That's something. I could do that. Shouldn't be too difficult. I've already disconnected this once, so. Like, I just want some sort of shelter to prevent a drone from getting bingoed from distance. So if I put a blast door thingy there, it should be fine. Or something. Maybe I do something like maybe a few two tall blast doors, so maybe I'll do something like green blasters. Here we go. So we have the blast doors down here. We're gonna go with the same vision. Ouch. 1, 2, whoops. 2, 3. There's no gravity on this thing. So I'm at the mercy of surfaces. Just a little bit of protection. Whoops. I screwed this up. One, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and then put down another one. 3. I'll fix that up. Just some sort of screen. Plus, these are a little more resilient to attack to hits. I could even maybe put like decoys right between all of these maybe. But yeah, there's a screen. Quick little screen just to protect the drones from direct hits. Though there's still going to be some weak points in this, but I don't want it to look too bad. Yeah, go with that. Yeah, I think that's better. So then at the front here, we'll put our little captain's area, our driving area, and probably some button panels, or a button panel to disconnect all these connectors, which will set off the AI blocks because the event controller will be on. It'll set off the AI blocks, and then this will go into basic mode, range out between 250 meters to 2,500 to 2,000 meters. If it finds an enemy, it'll target the enemy. Yeah, I think I like that. Then back here, buried, will be our drone construction area. So we need pistons. We need hanger. Oh, how can I do this? I could widen it a little bit. Oh, it has a space. It's only like one block and a touch wide. Maybe widening it would be better. So we'd have to widen this by about 3 blocks. So we got to create a transition area. Because I don't have any of the modded hangers to... Yeah, I think I want to bring it out that. I could alternatively go this way, but I only have 4 blocks of space where the ships can get out, and these are 5 blocks long, approximately. Like 4.5. 4 would be super tight. So yeah, there's that. So let's go into modification mode and figure out how we're going to bring this out. Is that enough? Are we being attacked? Thought I heard something. We probably nice it up a bit. Instead of there, we can bring it back. Now it's just getting too big, honestly. These would have to be at least 5 blocks long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And cap it off. 2, 3, 4, 5, and cap it off. And straight down the middle. No, we are one block too short. Okay. We could just do this. One, two, three, four, five. Cap it off. I don't like this. I guess I could probably do something with the contour here to smooth it out a bit. Switch to pink. Because these have a lot of components in them. 1, 2, 3. That should be fine. And we'll just do it again. Put that there. That there. Flippity floppity. Now, originally I thought I would put the bridge maybe back here somewhere. Maybe overlooking this somehow. Whoops. I love these things. These refill stations. They're like the best. It sucks that they cost a super connector, but they're pretty damn cool. So if I do that, then I want to put some sort of defending loop on the front here. Okay. Then the bridge can go... Maybe a small bridge. It's not necessarily a bad thing. Okay, let's get back to this. Is it 2 or... or 1 that I like the most? I think it's 1. This is already getting pretty big, huh? It's not going to be as big as a battleship over there. I think it's going to be pretty big. And it looks like we're out of build and repair range here. We can fix that maybe? Maybe not. Definitely out of build and repair range. Fine. It's going to make things a little more difficult. Unless I figure out some way of connecting this to the system. Which I can probably do right there. And we can fit a build and repair in here somewhere, or multiples of them. I don't think I have better repair on my bar. Nope. Okay. That is fine. And you guys. Okay, I have way more build and repair than I know of. Okay. So let's switch lock. Let's disconnect. And they should be all on this one grid. Build and repair. Right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Keep it on walk mode for now. Grind if weld gets stuck. Build new, help others. 100, 100, 100. Go. Okay. They're on walk mode, so they'll work on that stuff. Awesome. So, but unfortunately, I think I've hit the 1 hour mark-ish, somewhere around there, for the video. And this is what we got. Now, I definitely want to put the, wish these were like 4 blocks and 4 blocks. That means that in the center it would be 5 blocks. And then I could put something in the center. Yeah, it is what it is. But I'm going to probably build the welding system on one of these for our drone welder. I could technically build 2 in each bay. Wait. I could. But that's a problem for another episode. Please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Once again, I would like to thank M Canadian. Is it M Canadian? Yeah, M Canadian, for being one of my very first YouTube members of this new set of series. This new series. and this older series. Thank you very much, M Canadian. I hope you have a great day. And until next time, I have been Relaxed Gamer, and I will see you guys in the next one. Ciao.